Here in Wittenberg, Confessional Lutheran church leaders from around the world, from every continent except Antarctica, have come together to discuss the burgeoning churches in the global south and east, as well as challenges in the west, during the International Conference on Confessional Leadership in the 21st Century, May 6th and 7th.
This is great for our international guests and visitors here to allow them to make connections with one another and get to know us better, especially those kind of non-partner churches who we're just, in a way, beginning to know. I'm just coming out of a room where we heard a testimony from the president of the church in Ethiopia about pastors and lay people in prison, suffering, tortured, executed for their faith in the gospel. You can't hear a testimony like that and walk away and be the same person.
Having such a wonderful conference of Lutheran leaders here in Wittenberg is sending message on how we can continue living and witnessing Christ to our own people wherever we are.
The collaborative event was coordinated among the International Lutheran Council, die Selbstständige Evangelisch-Lutherische Kirche, and the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Under the theme Celebrating the Reformation Rightly, Remembrance, Repentance, Rejoicing, discussions are ranging from the challenges of spreading the gospel in Western countries to its rapid growth in places like Africa, South America, the Far East, and many others.
In the past, you might have heard about a church someplace in the world. In hundreds of years ago, you might have heard there was a church in Ethiopia. You knew nothing about it. Even a few decades ago, you might have read a little snippet in a church newspaper article or a church magazine about work in Papua New Guinea, and 2 paragraphs said, oh, a whole village converted today. Of course, we gave thanks for that, but even so, we still didn't know much about what was going on. Today, with the internet and instant communication, one of the blessings is we're able to stay in touch with one another. And so, in one sense, we are crossing a horizon with each other where the churches in the global south need resources, and I don't mean money, I mean they need the training, the teaching, the confession that we have, and we need some of what they have in terms of excitement for the gospel, reaching out to others in our vocations.
Representatives from 41 countries representing 23 million Lutherans worldwide have converged at the very cradle of the Reformation, not long before 2017, when Lutherans will celebrate the Reformation's 500th anniversary.
It is extremely important that this conference took place at the cradle of Reformation in the very town of Wittenberg. And I cannot say about others, but I can only speak from my own perspective. I felt that in a very real way, I was connected to the time of Reformation. After being at the service here at St. Mary's Church and participating in the liturgy, I saw not only connection to the Reformation times, but also I saw a very definite connection between this Reformation church where Luther preached for over 2,000 times and our own church in faraway Siberia and our own seminary, where we share the same doctrine and the same liturgy.
By working with the Synod President's Office and in keeping with a resolution from the 2013 Convention, the LCMS Commission on Theology and Church Relations and its Director, Reverend Dr. Joel Leyenbauer, and Executive Assistant Jackie Milligan, were praised by participants for their efforts in coordinating and organizing the conference.